Hi, my name's Andrew Keeping, and in this video we're going to be focusing on our right hand technique. The technique of the right hand allows us to produce the perfect tone. We're going to be covering apoyando and tirando techniques, a rest stroke and a free stroke technique. It will give us the security that we'll be playing the strings we want to play when we want to play them, with as little movement, economy of effort as possible, thus securing a fundamental technique that will give us the opportunity to build our guitar playing. So let's dive in and let's learn how to develop the perfect right hand technique. So, our right hand. We've covered our left hand techniques in this series of tutorials. We've covered the basic sitting position. So you should be feeling confident and secure in those abilities. If not yet, you'll be working at them, I know. Let's focus on our right hand. You might notice I've got an armrest here on this guitar. The reason I use this is because there's a theory that if we bring our arm over, it dampens the soundboard on the guitar. How much that actually works, I'm not entirely sure, and I think there's some skepticism out there. However, what I do like about this is it's not such a sharp edge for digging the arm in, and I like the position, it feels comfortable. These are just accessories to the guitar. Some luthiers and some guitarists like to use them on their guitars. I'm trialling it. I have to say I'm quite happy with it, but it's not an essential part of the equipment. I bring the hand over and locate the majority of the hand over the sound hole. I'm going to put my thumb on the 6th string, I'm going to put my index finger on the 3rd string, my middle finger on the 2nd string, and my annular finger on the 1st string. The next thing I want to point out is this. I have a high wrist from the table of the guitar. The wrist is high up. A lot of guitarists flatten the hand out, which means that you are restricted in movement and the fingers are far too bent. And you get this, what they call a Bartok pizzicato, or a popping sound. We don't want that. We want the finger to be straight. So imagine, let's just get the finger so it looks like you're pointing into the sound hole of the guitar. If the index finger is pointing into the sound hole of the guitar, that's the location we want at this point. The 2nd finger, or the middle finger, M, will be located on the 2nd string. That's usually a longer finger than the index finger, so we slightly curve that, we slightly bend that. Now, with my fingers, my annular finger is the same length as my index finger, and that's resting on the 1st string. That's the location. The thumb is on the 6th string. Look at the height of your wrist now from the table of the guitar. Your elbow is, the crease of the elbow is 2 inches from the crease, and it's resting on the ridge of the guitar. That's the location of the right hand. There are more advanced techniques, intermediate to advanced techniques, that take our hand up towards the fretboard for a warmer, richer tone, and this is called a tasto technique. And we also have it towards the bridge, which is a ponticello technique, a thinner tone. Now these emulate the pickups on an electric guitar, where you have the thinner tone nearer the bridge pickups, and the neck pickup, which is a warmer, richer tone. Now we're going to be focusing mainly on the 2 techniques of the right hand. The first is a rest stroke, also known as apoyando. A rest stroke is where we place our index finger on the string and we play straight down and we come to rest on the next string, hence rest stroke. Let's try that again. Place the nail or the finger on the string, point into the sound hole, and follow the line of the hand and come to rest on the next string. Now, very important here, when we combine the 2 or 3 fingers in the right hand, index, middle and annular fingers, we're going to be coming and going index, but as I play with the index finger, the middle finger pushes forward in preparation to play, and then as you play, as the hit string is hit by the middle finger, the index finger pushes forward. It projects forward, and the same as I press the index finger on the string, the nail, the second finger, the middle finger, comes forward. Of course, that would apply as well to the middle finger and the annular finger. We need to put into the practice the annular finger and the index finger playing as well. Very important. We're going to be using some exercises in our next video to help us secure a good technique for every finger, give each finger its own identity. Now, that's our rest stroke, that's our appuyando. When would we use appuyando? We'd use appuyando when we're playing scales or single note melodies. For example, using a rest stroke, appuyando. Free stroke. We're going to use free stroke in 2 different ways. One is just by playing individual string. So for example, if I put my index finger on the first string, as I did before with the rest stroke, but I'm now going to play up into the hand. So very important we keep the wrist exactly in the same shape as we did for the appuyando. And we're going to go up into hand, tirando, free stroke. Now, because the middle finger is slightly more bent, we have to listen to the tone there and bend it up into the hand. But you must try and avoid that second string. Avoid playing that second string. Keep the hand in the same position. And then try again with the middle and the annular finger. That's a free stroke. We could also use free stroke for playing arpeggios or broken chords, and that would be frequently on adjacent strings. So we're going to use this example: thumb on the 6th string, index finger on the 3rd string, middle finger on the 2nd string, and your annular finger on the 1st string. Now we're going to play with the thumb slightly ahead of the index finger, and your thumb plays a small circle. That is a free stroke that we're playing with the thumb. The thumb, more often than not, uses a free stroke, and it's small circles. But notice it comes this side of the fingers. Now the finger then plays up into the hand, almost behind the thumb, and the middle finger the same. Notice the hand didn't jump. A lot of guitarists you see doing this. We don't want that. We want to keep the fingers very still, the hand very still. Play from the joint. Don't bend these fingers too much, these joints too much. That's a broken chord or an arpeggio. That would be used when would I use the other arpeggio technique? This is tirando, where we're using the fingers at speed across strings. We can also use tirando, a free stroke, using a tremolo technique. it looks very simple, but underneath there's quite a lot going on. So there are our basic right hand techniques. Come and join me in the next video where I will give you some exercises to really help reinforce those techniques, to establish the secure tone, a secure placement of the fingers on the string so you know you're playing the right string and the hand isn't moving around all over the place, but also economy of effort to relax those shoulders to keep everything in place. The smoother and the more relaxed you are, the faster, the cleaner, the better, the smoother the playing will be. So come and join me on the next video. Well done, and I'll see you next time. Well, there you have it. Don't forget to subscribe by pressing the button below. Also, the button on the side with the bell, that will inform you when I upload new videos to the tutorials, reviews, interesting facts and interviews as well. So if you've liked the videos and you found them useful, I'm really glad of that. So please press on the like button below as well. And as a community, we are here together to be able to get the most out of this. So post your comments below. Any questions you have, I generally try and get back to you as soon as I can. So please do ask your questions, ask other people questions, put your comments below because we're all here to help each other on our journey in playing the guitar. See you next time.